Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Fallout 4. Where last time, me and Jeff committed some war crimes, and today... Okay, I was about to say, we're gonna do something else, but let's be honest, we're probably gonna commit more war crimes. But just to be clear, that's not actually the plan. In fact, to make it up to Jeff, today we're gonna do what he wants to do. Mosey around the Commonwealth, doing interviews for his newspaper, and yes indeed, I think there's a really good route we could take to get a whole bunch done today. Okay, step 1, back to Cabot House. Because yes indeed, as you may recall a couple of weeks back, we did pick up some serum they wanted delivering. Okay, that immediately gets me, yes, camps and XP. And a new mission 2, Emogene takes a lover where we need to track down one of this family. Though, okay, I'm kind of going to skim over the plot because everyone in this house, they will talk your cocking ear off. The short version is, everyone here is old, like pre-war old. And the way that works is, they're using a magic serum. The same serum I just delivered, in fact. That's what keeps them young. So we need to convince Emogene to come home to take her medicine before she, gets old and dies and whatever. And thankfully, she's very nearby. This is a very easy mission. We can just get through it in a matter of minutes. Okay, straight back down the road towards Good Neighbor. And then just nip into the bar and ask after Emogene. Honestly, I think part of the reason this quest exists is just to, direct players to Good Neighbor. Given you could begin Cabot House by being approached by Edward in Diamond City. So, yeah, I suspect this mission is intentionally very short just to introduce you to the next town over. Oh, and today the game's decided to break in fascinating new ways. So, yeah, she's supposed to, speak to various people who tell you to go to the amphitheater because she's there. But, right, Medbob's just sort of standing here. Whenever I press A, he just sort of, makes positive affirmative noises, which is nice. But he's not actually in discussion with anyone right now. Because the person I'm supposed to be speaking to is stuck on the cocking stairs. So, right, we're just going to, pretend we got told where Emogene is. Go to the amphitheater anyway. I'm pretty sure this is optional. Though yes, while I'm passing by Good Neighbor, just wants to have a quick chat to Cleo because yes, as I was saying last week, there's limited amounts I could do when it comes to modding on my lovely sexy gamma gun. Unless I get lucky enough that yes, we stumble across a gamma gun in a store, because then I could, take the parts off of that. Though... yeah, gamma guns don't actually show up in stores very often, unfortunately, though... oh, you know what? I just had a brilliant idea, actually. Right, mosey back outside, take a left and just make your way back to the river as quick as you can. Because, yeah, from Good Neighbor, you're 45 seconds from the amphitheater.
Tell me something. You ever feel like this whole world is broken? Do you ever wonder why things can't be the way they were in the good old days?
And then, yes, just to fall for this very obvious scam, join the cult, etc, etc. Give it a moment, and yes, he'll just lead you into his back office over here, magnificent, and yes, locked in the room just behind his office itself, and that's where we find Emogene. Marvellous. Unfortunately, yes, we do have one slight problem, which is I never took lockpicking. So the only way to get open this door is the key. Right. 50-50 if we have to murder everyone in this cult. But, hopefully, we don't.
What?
Okay, so it turns out we do, but, if we're very, very lucky, Jeff, I'm so sorry about this, but, they're a cult. They were trying to rob people. This is way less of a war crime than the last war crime we did, okay? I mean, on the plus side, this here is some very, very easy adrenaline going forward. There are just a lot of people who are now going to be, shotguns down. Marvellous. He could have just pretended not to notice I was going through his pockets, okay? This didn't need to happen. This is his fault, not mine. Anyway, lovely to meet you, Emogene. Oh my goodness, you're mysteriously older than we were expecting, almost as if, you're dependent on some sort of magic serum in order to stay young. Anyway, with her free, just nip back round to Cabot House once again, 40 seconds round the corner here. And there we go, Emogene has been rescued, meaning, right, we can now get on to the business we actually want to get on with. Something's going on inside the Parsons State Insane Asylum. That means at long last, I'm allowed inside, and there's some good toys in there. And yes, with that done, we can now begin the journey to the top of the map. So, right. Step 1, Bunker Hill. Jeff, I'm so sorry about, all this nonsense we've been through, but we're finally getting to your business because, okay, fascinatingly, I don't actually know who Jeff's planning to interview or what he's interviewing them about. Like, no one ever told me that. Right. A random child who's just drawing on the ground for some reason.
Hello, my name's Dahlia. Are you the reporter my mom says to tell the story of the green goobers to?
Oh, hi. My name is Jeff, and we're here to... Wait, how old are you?
I'm 7, but I'll be turning 8 soon. Mom says if I'm good, I can have one of those robot ponies. There's a girl that makes them.
Oh, really? That sounds cool, but, back to the story. What can you tell us about these... what did you call them? Green goobers?
Yeah, big green goobers. I saw one the other day when I was playing on the swings.
And what did this big green goober do?
He was walking past and he smashed my trolley. It was a special one that Dad built for me for the races. I was so mad.
Oh dear, that must have been terrible. And then what did he do? Did he hurt you? Did he come after you? Did he try and hit you with his club?
No, he just kept walking. Anyway, my mom says I shouldn't talk to strangers for too long. So, I better go inside. Bye-bye.
Oh, well, this is just delightful. So as it turns out, yes, the story I brought to Alyssa about super mutants is all about, exploding heads, etc., etc. And Jeff's gonna come back with the most uninteresting story imaginable. I love it. Okay, well, now I'm just looking forward to getting up to the slog, where, yes, Jeff's gonna be interviewing someone else about super mutants, and, based on what we've seen so far, yes, they're probably gonna complain that a super mutant was once slightly impolite to them in the queue at the supermarket. It's going to be great. But before we do that, right, Circe, who's just around the corner near East Boston Prep. So yeah, if I've got my map reading right, cross this bridge, hug the shore, and it should be pretty much right there on the right. So, alright, just make sure we've not got any bloat flies or anything, because... Okay, the downside of Jeff is, yes, because he's always so nearby and potentially detecting me, it makes it hard to detect if, enemies might be nearby as well. Still, once we get to this bridge... I was literally just saying, oh yeah, now we're fine, because I've been through this area before, but... Okay. It's just a legendary infected blood bug. I'm sure it's all fine. Also... Okay, they were going for Jeff as it turned out. So, right, Jeff took out one. And also, okay, this is not the right weapon. This is not the right weapon at all. Okay, if I want plenty of shots here, yeah, combat rifles should be fine. And no. No. We'll do one crit. If we're lucky, that was not enough for the kill. We should be able to, yeah, do the follow-ups. He's going to get one attack in, maybe. Down you. Okay, for some reason that shot did way less, but whatever. Down you go. No. There we go. I just shot someone. And there's Jeff. Jeff's fine. So, okay, there was, like, couple of bad things dotted around. Cavalier. Well, that's just insulting, game. Yeah, 50% damage reduction while blocking or sprinting. Just not that interesting, and the stats on the armor piece aren't great either. Right, Jeff, if we could, like, avoid causing any more trouble, that would be great, actually. So, okay. Mosey over the top here, and... Okay. I see Nightingales and whatnot, though I also see... Alright. Hello over there, buddy. Are you maybe going to be like, a problem? And yes, indeed, we're here to help the Nightingales negotiate something. Though Fiona was a bit vague on the details. Like, there's an anonymous benefactor who wants to give them something. But yes, it is all a bit, vague at the minute. Still, if we're going into a negotiation, yeah, pop on the charisma gear. You know what? You've actually brought some decent guards with you on this occasion. Proper armor, plasma weaponry, I love it.
I'm glad to see you. I'm a bit out of my element here.
Okay, Circe is not sounding happy to be, yes, taking point in this negotiation.
Are you okay?
Yeah, just a bit jittery. Fiona's the talker, usually. She has a way of phrasing even go to hell a way that makes people ask for directions. But it's my contact, and the whole logistics thing is also kind of my problem. I'll be happy if we just avoid bloodshed. It's a bit odd seeing the new Liberty Trading Company in the Commonwealth. Guess something caught their attention.
Oh, a hangabout? I think we might have just stumbled into a brand new faction here.
Who are these people?
Some kind of merchant coalition, I think? From south along the coast. Or was it north? The important part is they're offering to fund us. But I've been around long enough to know if something feels too good to be true, it probably is. And their pitch? Too good to ignore.
Okay, I feel like you have not done your homework before going into this meeting, Circe.
What's the big deal?
Well, the Nightingales, were on the move. We were pretty self-sufficient, foraging for medicine and food, donations from patients. Now that we're set up in one spot, there's logistics to consider. We need permanent guards, scouts for ingredients, caravan connections. It all comes back to funding. Preferably the kind with no strings or interest. And that's exactly what we're being offered here. We can survive without this, but it'll be survival only. Something tells me that this trading company knows it as well.
Okay, not too surprising really. Running like, you know, a proper medical service, as it gets bigger and bigger, it's gonna get exponentially more complicated and expensive. So, clearly, these guys want something. If they're a merchant coalition, then, yeah, they see an upside to this, some profit to be made or something.
Alright, let's get started.
Yeah. If they're for real, we could start dreaming bigger with this whole hospital idea. Train new doctors, keep all the caches stocked properly. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just get through this meeting and hope my bad luck's on break for today, yeah? I sure do feel better with a couple of ex-gunners for backup, though. Shows we're not pushovers. One more thing. If at any point you think it's a bad deal, just say so and we'll walk away. Fiona will understand.
Alright, and that's super cute as well. That's why you've got these well-armed guards. These are the gunners you cured of cholera. Oh, that's really cute.
Lydia Proudmore. I'm your contact for today's negotiations. You must be Dr. Circe. You're late.
Late? We didn't even set a time, just a day.
Ah, that's right. I understand working clocks are somewhat rare in this region. My clerk must have tried to accommodate you. A pity he failed to mention that to me, or I wouldn't have had to wait for 3 hours in this, well, whatever it was.
Oh, sorry to keep you waiting, Miss Proudmore.
Can't be helped, I'm sure. Let's proceed. In this envelope are the details of the sums the NLTC would like to invest in your organization. If you're agreeable to our terms, the first shipment will be forwarded to your location beginning of...
That's... Miss... This is a lot of caps. Antiseptic... copper... lenses... Wait... Did you say first shipment?
That's right. You seem surprised. Those are the estimated startup costs for an organization such as yourself, are they not?
And then some. But I mean, last time I saw a caravan be this generous, they set up their own guys and tried to rip off the town for the losses.
A brazen tactic to be expected of the small fish that swim in this small pond. We do not operate through such petty maneuvers. I assure you, there is no clause in our prospective agreement about losses. The NLTC will assume all responsibility of security during delivery.
But...
It's a generous offer we're putting on the table, Doctor. One that I can just as easily take to many other initiatives in this territory. Your friend here has certain ventures that I'm sure could use those finances. Yours is simply one with the most promise for the investment.
That's right. My friend. I'd like to talk to them for a second. Privately.
By all means. But I require an answer before you leave this room today. I have no intention of staying here longer than I absolutely have to.
Okay, I don't trust Lydia. She's slimy, and I feel like if she's being generous, it's because potentially, yeah, she wants to turn her healthcare into something she can profit off a lot down the line.
That has to be the longest stick I've ever seen up anyone's ass. Every alarm bell is going off right now, but I can't figure out what her angle is.
You're not wrong, but okay. I'm guessing, yeah, you don't believe her. I mean, it's a good deal if it's true, but I can't read the contract, so there's got to be something going on here. I'll tell you what, I'll go speak to her, see if I can, charisma check the truth out of her or whatnot.
I'll talk to her. Maybe we can work this out.
Smart. Go ahead. It'll give me some time to read the contract again.
Alright, good. You do that. Marvellous. Though it sounds like you've already done that, and so far, you haven't seen whatever the trick is. Okay, Lydia. Lydia. Let's talk business. Okay, bare minimum, who the cock are you?
Lydia Proudmore. I'm a trader with the New Liberty Trading Company. That means I have the rank to offer investments like the one I handed Dr. Circe. In case that's too confusing, I am someone with access to a lot of money, and I can give it to whomever I choose. That's all you need to know.
Okay. This is not just a collection of caravans or whatnot. This is someone with lots more, money and organisation behind them. But, as you can see, I'm wearing a lovely hat, nice glasses, a really good dress and whatnot. I want to know your angle.
I'm here as part of a delegation tasked with taking measures of prospective profits that could be accrued with preemptive investments.
Okay. So if you don't get in now and make a big profit, you think someone else is going to?
What would the results of this choice be? I'd like to make a well-informed decision.
It's true that a hospital in these times is not a reliable source of returns. Though truth be told, this investment is rather paltry. Our interest is a bit larger in scope. This hospital is something the people here are in desperate need of, yet no one has thought to invest. When it becomes a crucial part of the infrastructure of the region, the people funding it will be in the best position to leverage elsewhere. You are more shrewd than you're given credit for. I will keep this in mind.
Okay, so by the sounds of it, yes, their plan isn't to, make a huge amount of money right now. Instead, they just want to basically come in, set up this facility, make it be successful, and then use that as a kind of, big PR win that they can then use to spin off other ventures, and those will be the profit makers. So honestly, if that's true and I can trust her, and we just got that information from a very hard speech check suggesting we kind of force the truth out of her, then, I mean, from our point of view, that's actually a decent deal. Like, we can do a good job, and sure, they can use it to spin off on more business down the line, but the actual healthcare bit is gonna work. And yeah, the other point is, as she was just saying, from her point of view, this isn't actually that much money. Like, as far as Circe's concerned, it's a silly amount of money, but, yeah, for Lydia, this is a small investment, meaning she's got less incentive to, rip us off or whatnot, because she just sees this as a fairly cheap means to an end. So, okay. I don't trust you guys, not entirely, but based on what I've heard here, taking the money and using it to set up, your big facility, it's not a bad idea.
So, what do you think? Should we take it?
With a small amount of caution, yes, though just out of interest, are there, any other options?
I don't know. Do you have a pile of caps lying around that you'd be willing to give to us? No strings attached?
I mean, to be honest, yes, probably. I've got several thousand on me right now, but I would say, yeah. I might regret this later, but screw it. Take the deal. We'll deal with the fallout down the line.
I'm in. Let's do it.
Yeah, alright. If there's more to it later, we'll handle it. But this will really help us help more people. I'll go let her know. Miss Proudmore, this is a really generous investment. I'm ready to sign on behalf of the Nightingales.
Wonderful. In that case, our business here is concluded. I have faith that our resources will be well spent.
And there we go, and nice and quick, job done.
Before we head back, there's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. I've been a Nightingale for a while now, and normally this is the point where shit goes wrong and I'm a lone survivor looking for a change of scenery. So, this might seem like it's coming out of nowhere, but could you use someone like me in one of your settlements?
Okay. So by the sounds of it, Circe wants out.
Why? What's this all about?
Call it superstition, I suppose. But I can't shake off the feeling that the longer I'm with the Nightingales, the more danger they're in. It's been hard to sleep, waiting for the gunfire to start, or for a fire to break out, or... I mean, even the steel. I was half sure this was all a ploy to lead half our guards away so someone could attack the hospital. It's no way to live. I could move between your settlements without pushing my luck, help your hospitals get set up, or help with logistics. I was always good at that.
Okay. And if I'm remembering right, just to give me a second, Circe. Okay, reasonable but not spectacular stats. I was thinking they were a bit higher than that. I must be thinking of someone else. So go on then, Circe. Welcome aboard.
Glad to hear you say that. I'll sleep easier once I'm in a new place, I think. I'll talk to Fiona as soon as I'm back to make my way to...
Okay, so... Right. I feel like, yes, in many ways the marina's probably pretty much already full up, actually, but it would do as a starting point, so then we could, like, send you elsewhere later, because I am starting to think more and more about Spectacle Island. For now, though, yeah, report to the marina, we'll check in with you later. We've just got to be a bit careful, because, yeah, some of these settlements are getting crowded at this point. And there we go, with that done, we begin at Angel of Mercy, so okay. At some point we need to nip back to Fiona and see, yes, how she feels about this deal we've just signed. But that's for another day, because, okay, we need to get Jeff to the slog for his second interview, because, okay, this is going to be amazing, I just know it. Though, yes, speaking of the slog, there is one little diversion I'd like to make before we get there, because, yes indeed, we're making our way to Parsons in order to pick up a very powerful new mod for the never-ending gamma gun, but, yes, as I was saying earlier, I can't do any modifications to the rest of the gun. Unless I find a gamma gun, I could take parts off, and they rarely show up in shops. But you know where gamma guns do show up? On the Children of Atom, who are guaranteed to spawn over at Crater House, right next to my lighthouse, with a guaranteed Brotherhood patrol right between me and there. Magnificent. And here we go, you are immediately under fire from, I'm guessing, yeah, nearby raiders on the pier. If we're lucky, you can just deal with that by yourself. It doesn't necessarily need me to get involved, though... Okay, good to be honest, we've immediately got, someone in. John, you're still wearing a dress! Always forget to put my armor back on. Every cooking time. Okay, he goes kaboom after a couple of shots in the old fusion core. I love shooting fusion cores. Shooting fusion cores is hilarious. So, any more for any more. One survivalist who, might be worth taking out. Honestly, I could just, walk away from this. But not Jeff, though. Jeff isn't walking away from this. Jeff's decided he's getting involved. Good job, buddy. And, yes, you're actually guaranteed spawn, aren't you? Because there's a raider who shows up in this bit of the world who's got a bunch of book return tokens. Also, I think the raiders haven't noticed me yet. They're just trying to desperately stop Jeff, who's just run into their base and is now gunning them down. It's lovely. And blimey, Hank, the Brotherhood have moved in. I just got some XP for no well-explained reason. Possibly someone I shot earlier got killed by the Brotherhood. Beautiful. So, okay. Me, Jeff, and the Brotherhood just wrapping up some raiders. Magnificent. I love it. Anyway, come along, Jeff. That's enough murder for today. Let's get over to, yes, the lighthouse up the roads. But not before remembering to level up, okay? Never cocky forget to level up, John. Oh, and a pretty simple one today, yeah. Level 46 means a Rifleman 5. Every cocking time. Okay, no more major trouble between here and the lighthouse. So just, you know, take a quick drink, take a quick nap too. I'm sure I built a bed here at some point. Quick 7 hours to get me up to well rested, and if we're lucky, gosh darn it, weakness. That's fine, we got plenty of drugs and plenty of water. Right, mosey up to here, because, yes, Crater House. That's what I'm interested in, though, okay, we're probably out of range of any sort of artillery, surely. Oh yeah, it's all at the castle and further south. We're nowhere near artillery here, which is a bit of a shame. Right, in which case, I guess we'll have to do this the old-fashioned way. So, yes, just shoot at people in Crater House. Basically, yes, wait for them to be standing still. There we go. One finally goes down. And you, buddy, hang about. Just step out where I can see you, please. Thank you. Lovely. Number 2 goes down, but I'm in caution, meaning someone else is alive around there. Well, whoever it is, I can't see him, so unfortunately, right, we'll need to, yeah, nip inside to finish him off. I'm really sorry about this, Jeff. I appreciate you've got, like, no radix, no hazmat suit, no anything, but we're going into the radioactive dump anyway. Also, officially, I'm supposed to be defending Nordhagen, so maybe at some point, just, you know, not imminently. I'm a bit busy for the time being, game. Busy to be precise. Shooting people in the head. Marvellous. So, you know what? One of those 50-50s is gonna hit. Never mind, they all didn't hit. Then I just shot her instead. Marvellous, though. Oh, blimey, okay, hang on. I'm being a bit shot here. Everything's fine, and okay, now they're just shooting. Never mind, okay, I think they've realised where we are. Hang about, just hold still for 1 second, please. No shooting me with your rad gun. Speaking of which, that is why I'm here, actually, yes. Right, there's one dead. We're back into... okay, still in danger, but there is a preacher. Preachers can be a bit on the nasty side, so... okay, you know what? One in the head. That's a good hit right there, and then... okay, where are you going? Just see if we can get a good shot at you. Yeah, that should be enough to finish you off right. Penetrator. Occasionally it just doesn't cocking work. You know what? Screw it. Radix, Radaway, Psycho Jet, let's go. Right, now where did you just get yourself to? Because I need you to be... there we go. Lovely, we're still in danger. Hang on. Who else is around? So I'm going to be honest, like, way more people than I was expecting are in fact around. So, just... oh. I see you. Okay, please, for once, work, Penetrator. And Penetrator just doesn't work. Screw it. Crit in the head for you. That should distract you for just a moment. And down you... okay, there's way more people here than I was expecting. Maybe, like, you know, a bit more on the way of healing, actually. There we go. I think the last one was, yes, a random turret, meaning we're now okay. So there's Jeff. I'm sure he's fine. Just help myself to some... I was hoping for more Radix and Radaway, but whatever. Okay, just check the corpses nice and quick. We need to, you know, get together some good gamma gun stuff. Though, gosh darn it, yeah, that's just a sharpshooter's grip. That's the one thing I can actually make for myself, because you need gun nut for that, not science. Okay, here's one with a deep dish, but I think that's the bit we're going to be replacing with, yes, the unique mod from the Asylum. So I was kind of hoping for, yeah, a muzzle, actually. But screw it, we'll take it along. Nope, that's literally all we've got. Well, this has been disappointing. And now, over to the slog for Jeff's big moment. His second incredible interview.
Hey, I'm Phil. You must be the reporters here to hear about my brush with death.
Yeah, that's right. We need you to, tell us in gory... no. I mean, great detail of what happened when you, no. What happened What happened to you?
Well, let me tell you, it's all water under the bridge now. I was working on a broken toilet in the West Everett estate back when it was a working settlement.
You were fixing toilets. Oh, please, go on.
Yes, sir. I was up to my arm in last night's dinner, if you catch my drift, when I heard this god-awful ruckus coming from the other end of the street.
Well, that must have been horrible.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure which was worse, but anywho, those muty monsters absolutely tore the place up. They were putting the hurt on anyone they could get their hands on.
Wow. Gosh, what did you do then?
Well, it just so happened that when I tried to get the hell out of Dodge, my arm got jammed in the S-bend, and I was stuck in the damn toilet cubicle toes all over.
Oh my god.
After a few hours, when all the noise settled down, I was finally able to ease my arm out, and I managed to sneak off under the cover of darkness. God knows how I managed to avoid them, but I did.
So okay, good news and bad news I suppose, which is one, we've actually found someone who did have an encounter with the super mutant, which is good, though he was stuck in a toilet at the time, so he can't really, tell you anything about the attack, which is bad. And what's worse is, I'm slightly concerned this quest may have just bugged out a tiny bit here. Are you okay? Come on, Jeff, you can do it. Just go up to the guy and interview him. Okay, Jeff's suffering from social anxiety right now. Hopefully we can just give him a minute and he'll figure it out. Okay, I've tried using an item to, push them close together in case that was the problem. And, does admittedly look like now, there's a lot of sexual tension going on. Jeff has apparently met his life partner in the slog, which is beautiful. But, they're still not talking, so... Unfortunately, much like with, what was it? The person from the vault who fell out of the universe back in the day, I'm going to need to console command this quest forward. Meaning, we may tragically miss out on some dialogue, but let's just assume it didn't go well for Jeff. I feel like, just in general, Jeff's life has not been great since he joined up with me. Alright, cross your fingers. According to, the Sim Settlement forums, this might work. And just enter that. There we go. Jeff has successfully interviewed someone, or rather he didn't. Oh, Jeff, I suspect you're just not a very natural reporter. Meaning officially, we're now supposed to, return to Alyssa. Though now I'm curious whether Jeff's going to, follow me, or whether he's just decided he's going to stay here at the slog. Okay. I think Jeff's staying. And I say, good for him. Okay, travelling with me was a nightmare for Jeff. I'm glad that he and Phil can start a new life together here in the slog. Anyway, let's just nip over the water because, we're literally outside the insane asylum right now. Oh, never mind. I just made it to the asylum, and guess who's still here? Oh, Jeff. I knew me and you were meant to be together. So, okay, step one is just, we need to mosey around and outside a loop in this area. Don't worry about anything, I'm sure it's all gonna be a-okay. Yeah, raiders. It can be a bit on the nasty side, so just pop her open. Finish you guys off, I'm sure it's all gonna be a-okay. Berserk raider, there we go. So, there are some nastier ones here who are just, a little bit high on immortality juice and whatnot. Though fortunately, they're not legendary, but they are still, bloody tough next to usual raiders. So that's all absolutely fine too. Marvellous. Jack, I wouldn't recommend it, like there's still several people alive in there. There we go, a few more showing up. But there shouldn't be too many of the berserk raiders. And when they do show up, just prioritize them. Should not be too difficult to take them down, alright? And we're both Jeff and Jack here to assist as bullet sponges. Hopefully, we should do okay. Okay, just keep on keeping on. I'm pretty sure I just heard a... Nope, that's Jack. Yeah, there's a legendary somewhere. So just forward. Jack, you can, distract him a little bit. There we go. Right in the header for you. You weren't so bad. So... Auto-stim. You know what? Auto-stim I don't hate, but it does come with the problem that, in survival, you don't always want to be stimming, because stimming comes with thirst. Yeah, I'll stick with fortifying instead, even though the actual stats on the piece are probably vastly better. Oh, but hang the cock on just round the corner here. Speaking of left cocking legs, I've already got a sprinter's right leg. And now I've got the left. Bloody hell, I'm not sure I've ever had a full set of sprinter's gear in my entire time playing this game. That is amazing. Movement speed up 10% and 10% again. Yeah, you know what? I quite like zipping around the levels. That sounds delightful. Anyway, that gets me round to, yes, the start of the loop. So, number 1, we've got a shortcut to Jack's office. Edward is just fine too, and more importantly, while they just plotted each other, oh my goodness, it's the charisma bobbleheads. Putting my base charisma up to a lovely 7, 9 using my usual glasses and hats, and 11 with the dress. You know what? That's pretty nice. Right, a bit more blasting to do yet. So we've got ourselves, one large room here. But balcony is going to be way easier to deal with the benefit from Penetrator. Because, they can't hide behind cover in the slightest. I can just be right here and, take him out even while I'm behind the window. Assuming Penetrator works, which on this occasion, it is. Good. I'll tell you what, though. This particular location has been amazing for Penetrator. Just so many semi-broken down walls, meaning you can just take out enemies long before they can even see you. It's marvelous. So, going forward, in my own time playing Fallout 4, I'm going to be taking more perception so I can take Penetrator more often. This has been marvelous. Sadly, though, right, and no more legendaries just yet. We're now down to the basement, and I can't deny, this mission does have one of the more interesting final choices when it comes to rewards, because depending on what you decide to do, either killing Lorenzo or changing sides and backing him, you get something really cool and really unique. If you kill Lorenzo, you get yourself, this completely unique physics gun thing, which is really cool, and if you save him instead, you get infinite immortality juice yourself, which doesn't actually do what you'd think it would do, but it does give you giant piles of strength. The point is, in both cases, you get something completely bloody unique. Also, it's going to be cocking and hilarious when we get back to Concord and Jeff has to explain to Alyssa that he doesn't have a particularly good story for her, when this entire time, I've just been walking him from the scoop of the century to the scoop of the century. Like, I'm literally about to introduce him to an unkillable immortality juice blood man.
Those idiots are trying to shut down the Abremelin field. That's the only thing keeping Lorenzo from breaking out of there. We need to get in there and stop them.
Hello, Jack. It's been a long time since I've had the pleasure of a personal visit.
Father, I will stop this.
My powers have grown, Jack. The artifact still has so much to teach me. Once I am free, I will be happy to teach you too.
You know I can't let you out until I can remove the artifact. Let me see. Lucifer's balls. They've locked down all the security doors. I'll have to open them one by one from here while you work your way down the hallway. Quickly now.
I can't deny, I enjoy the way that Jack speaks. It's delightful. So, right, stop the raiders from freeing him. We may be able to, make a choice one way or the other down the line, though we are going to be, taking out Lorenzo. It's definitely what we want to do, though. Okay, not even Penetrator can get into this room before the game's ready for us. Tragic. Here we go. Now we're ready to go. So, right, Lefty, you need to... I'm gonna be honest, you're taking a lot more shots than I was expecting. Also, you're only armed with, a baseball bat, so maybe we shouldn't have been prioritizing you quite to this extent. Everything's absolutely fine. A couple of wasters go down too. Yeah, with the named one done... Okay, not bad at all. So the raids haven't set him free, though I could choose to do so myself, but we're not going to be doing that. So, just start flicking some switches to kill Lorenzo. Mag-flipping Magnificent, and there we go. Though unfortunately, yes, you don't actually get the reward immediately. You can have yourself to Lorenzo's suit, a lovely +2 charisma, so why not? I say why not. The reason why not is because, yes, that will put me over weight capacity.
I've done so much research on the artifact. I may be able to do something with it. Come back and see me at Cabot House in a week or so. All my research may not have been completely in vain.
And there we flipping go, though. Okay, Fallout 4, you're just being a very peculiar today. Why'd you keep, having me staring into the middle of nowhere today? As I was saying, XP, money, and the promise that in about a week's time, he might have a gift for us, and, oh bloody hell, am I looking forward to that. But you know what? With a set of sprinter's legs, a charisma bobblehead, and the promise of a very, very special new toy coming in a week's time, how about we call it a pod there, but next time, oh, I'm rather looking forward to what's coming up next. Because we've got to accompany poor Jeff back to Alyssa, as well as figuring out whether, yes, there's any possibility that Fiona's going to be absolutely cocking furious about the signature that we just handed over to the New Liberty Trading Company. And on top of that, I think it might finally be time to mosey on over to Green Tech Genetics and make some progress towards building the teleporter. So hopefully you're looking forward to that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerds, and this has been Fallout 4. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Ah, we have got a gate key here, and then we have got... I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake! This is going to take all of my skill and cunning as a hunter to sort out... Die, you mooing bastards! Die! Die! Go away. Go away, nobody likes you. That was a good idea till it wasn't.